When you think of people being hunted by the FBI, you might think of a drug lord, bank robber, or dangerous fugitive. However, a player on Roblox doesn't usually come to mind. So why is the FBI hunting down this 21-year-old Roblox player from Round Rock, Texas? And of all Roblox games, why is it happening specifically on the game called Church, a place that is supposedly designed as a showcase of religious worship? To answer that, we'll be going into the game ourselves and investigating further. But first, let's go back to May 16th, 2025, when Special FBI Agent Carletta Carter filed this US court document. Alright, so I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have an official United States court document with me, and we got the United States of America versus James Wesley Berger. Alright, I'm sorry, but how did you end up with Berger as your last name? That's kind of unserious, I can't lie. This document was prepared by FBI Special Agent Carletta Carter, and it goes over what happened with her and Berger. So it starts off with the facts. The United States is investigating Berger for making threats via the Roblox gaming platform to attack a Christian concert or event. And this specific investigation happened on this game called Church, which we'll be investigating ourselves later. On January 23rd, 2025, the FBI received a report from an individual based in the state of Nevada. This was about a potential domestic terror incident being discussed on Roblox by user Crazy Pain. Alright, so this is what Berger's account looked like before it was banned off of Roblox. As you can see, we have Crazy Pain, and just looking at his profile, we can see some pretty interesting stuff. First off, we got a verse here, which means, "And wait, indeed we are waiting." This phrase means, there is no power and no strength except with Allah. Next up, his drip is completely wiped off, but there's some more stuff like his favorites. His groups have similar things as well. I mean, apparently he's a huge fan of the Car Crushers community, but yeah, nowadays his profile is completely wiped off of Roblox. On January 21st, 2025, the witness observed the user of Crazy Pain state that they were willing to kill Shia Muslims at their mosque. He then continued to make violent statements with another Roblox user, so the witness left the game but returned on January 23rd. On this day, Crazy Pain was telling another Roblox user to check their messages on Discord. That user replied to Crazy Pain saying that they should delete photographs of firearms within an unknown Discord chat in case it was flagged as suspicious. The firearms should be kept hidden. But it just gets worse because Crazy Pain continued to speak on Roblox about their desire to commit martyrdom, which is a display of suffering to obtain sympathy or admiration at a Christian event, which we now know is a Christian concert. This is especially crazy because once the FBI got a hold of his iPhone, one of the searches on there was festivals happening near me, along with other crazy stuff that we'll be getting into later. Regarding the attack on the Christian concert, he said he would be in the months of April, and that was in alignment with Shawwal, which according to Islamic Relief is the month of reward. It happens directly after the Ramadan fast, and is a way of demonstrating gratitude to Allah for the blessings, mercy, and reward that Ramadan has to offer. So Crazy Pain wants to carry out this attack in the month of reward. Then we get to the in-game screenshots, which were provided by the witness to the FBI. Here we can see Crazy Pain saying, "I cannot confirm anything aloud at the moment, but things are in motion," along with him confirming that it will be in April and that he wants to deal a grievous wound upon the followers of the cross, aka Christians. So the FBI got his name based on the billing information provided by Roblox. I'm assuming this guy bought some Robux and got completely doxxed, but his name was James W. Berger, and it tied him to an address in Round Rock, Texas, along with a Gmail email address. Roblox also gave the FBI his IP address and showed activity from the San Antonio and Austin, Texas area. This obviously lines up with Berger being within the Western District of Texas at the same time that Crazy Pain was making all these crazy statements. So on February 28th, they decided to search Berger's house and interview him. Among other things, the FBI got his computers and an iPhone. And during the interview, they learned that one of Berger's family members had installed a keylogger on Berger's computer, which is basically a hidden program that captures every single key that you type. I don't know who installed this, but this family member was extremely smart because they found some pretty interesting stuff. On January 27th, the keylogger first recorded someone accessing Roblox, which Berger straight up admitted to, and the keylogger recorded him typing all of this. Now, obviously the WSD is just the movement keys, but also it says stuff like, "It will be a music festival on the 12th of Shawwal, attracting bounties of Christians, attaining martyrdom, and dealing a grievous wound upon the followers of the cross," which directly lines up with the witness's screenshots. If it couldn't get any worse for him, the iPhone that they took also accessed Roblox, and specifically lines up with the time that the witness saw the Crazy Pain user saying all those crazy things. Because of of all this evidence, they decided to interview him, like straight up. When asked about the goals of the threat against the Christian concert, Berger stated that it was mostly a heightened emotional response. But then he backtracks and says the end goal is still the same. It hasn't shifted a bit. To obey and submit and live under the banner and laws of God, or to literally die trying. That's the end goal. Get out of the US, and if I can't, then martyrdom or bust. So when confronted, he was like, nah, that was just, anger management issues. But also, I still kind of want to do it. It's still the end goal. I'm either going to get out of here or do it and bust. When asked about the intention behind the statements that he made on that account, Berger stated that the intention is something that is meant to or will cause terror. I cannot agree with the term terrorist, I definitely agree that it serves the same means as that a terrorist would be seeking. So they straight up asked him whether he was a terrorist, and he said, I mean, yeah, by my very own definition, yes, I guess, I would be a terrorist. So this guy is sat in his, house talking to the FBI and straight up admitting that he's a terrorist. I mean, I've never been in a situation like this, but I'm pretty sure that isn't really the greatest idea when talking to an FBI agent. But let's continue. Berger was also asked about the specific guns that he mentioned in his online statements. And he said, I mentioned I would use like a pistol or car or a small hunting rifle, something like that. I don't remember the mention of a shotgun. So the FBI agent asked him whether he would be looking to acquire a rifle to carry out an attack. And of course, he says to the FBI agent, yes, pretty much. If telling the FBI agent that he was, by his own definition, a terrorist was bad, this is just so much worse. Like, you're telling an FBI agent that you want to find a gun somewhere and carry out an attack. I don't even think someone with the brain of a goldfish would respond this badly, and pretty much self-incriminate himself directly to an FBI agent. During the interview, Berger was shown photographs of the witnesses' screenshots between Crazy Pain and other users, discussing an attack at a Christian concert. Even though he had said that he had owned the account Crazy Pain and even given them the password, when he was shown this photograph, he attempted to say that he was not the user of Crazy Pain. So the FBI pressed further by referencing a statement that Crazy Pain made, where he was talking about dealing a grievous something, which was obvious bait to see if he knew of the statement or was the one behind the statement, and Berger just took it. He just said the word wound, which indicated that he is aware that he made the statement. The FBI said, you made that statement? And Berger stated, yeah. So he literally admitted that he's used that account, and yes, he's made similar statements. Now this is where it gets really crazy, because what was found on Berger's electronic devices was utterly insane. On his Apple iPhone, he had 3 notes in his notes application. 2 of them explained how to prevent leaving any DNA or fingerprints behind, and the 3rd note in his application was titled, an address to the followers of the cross. This statement, which means, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Then he says this, which refers to the people who are unbelievers. You are ruthless, but we are also ruthless. Did you think that we'd remain inattentive? Today has brought a great wound upon you, and has paralyzed your media and whatever you possess of temporary might and power. And then we get to Berger's Apple iPhone searches, which as you can see is terrifying. We got which month is April in Islam, which is probably how he came up with Rawal, festivals happening near me, which is where he found the Christian music festival, or suicide attacks haram in Islam. That's just crazy. Ginger, I dismember. Bro, what? Okay, I just found his mugshot, and apparently I think if you zoom in, is his hair ginger? I don't know, but maybe he's trying to like find some other member that was also ginger to be more relatable. Can you kill a woman who doesn't wear hijab? Along with just other utterly concerning searches that would obviously get you on an FBI watch list. To make matters even worse, Berger's laptop showed saved information for the Gmail account associated with the Crazy Pain Roblox account and other accounts. So he got hit with the triple whammy. It's pretty much 100% confirmed that Berger is behind this account. And even if you aren't a crazy terrorist, I would highly recommend using a password manager. Just use Apple Passwords or Bitwarden. It just saves you so much time and stress and account detail security. Alright, back to the document though. He's also been searching for other attacks and things. Honestly, not the greatest look for him right now. And apparently he got banned off of Roblox, which finally Roblox is doing something, thank goodness. And this document ends by saying, based on the facts, I believe there is probable cause to believe that on or about January 23rd, 2025, within the Western District of Texas, James Wesley Berger committed violations of 18 USC, which says, whoever transmits an interstate or foreign commerce any communication containing any threat to kidnap any person or any threat to injure the person of another shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for not more than 5 years or both. And because of that, the court should issue a warrant for his arrest. And thank goodness for the witness and the FBI, because James Wesley Berger was arrested and charged with making a threat with the intent to impair public service, cause public fear of injury, or influence government conduct, with a bond set at $200,000. Here is his mugshot. And the reaction to this news is, as you guessed, chaotic. Creekcraft said, "What a week." WishTab said, "Dang, they were trying to hash a plan, but the FBI cracked the case. My apologies, but this is going to my reactions folder forever. I cannot confirm anything aloud at the moment, but things are in motion." That should have said in Minecraft after everything, SMH. And finally, is this the Roblox church game? Because even though this church game is supposed to be a place of worship apparently, this game is easily filled with the most racist / extremist than any other Roblox game we've seen, according to Roadcatchers. Literally 2 hours ago, this guy was saying this stuff in the exact same game. I'm not gonna say it, but at least he took the advice and said in Minecraft. Schlep has thankfully already made the FBI report, but apparently insane things are happening in this game called Church. So if this church game was home to the planning of a literal terrorist attack, how dangerous could this game really be? I had to find out for myself and get a first-hand experience. But as I loaded into the game, what I found next utterly surprised me. Instead of holy music, Bible verses, and prayers, I stumbled upon an absolute chaos of 10 different conversations ranging from political opinions, rage baiters, and arguments happening all at once. So I had no choice but to step in. I quickly scanned across the church, looking for someone serious that was willing to answer my questions. So, what are your thoughts on the current socioeconomic climate of our world right now? Did y'all see Ashen Hall lose to Speed in a race? China's being phantom taxed by pollution. India too. America will collapse after abusing its resources in Alaska. The world will explode by a Chinese super missile. Noted. German will break. And UK will turn into chaos. No one can save us. But what will happen to the Philippines? Thank you for the comments, Wise Watermelon. Okay, so what do you think of the FBI Roblox situation? Let me know in the comments below. And subscribe for more Roblox breakdowns.